So you have a Stream Deck Plus and you're trying to figure out if you should go with the XLR Dock or the Wave XLR. Maybe you don't have a Stream Deck Plus and you're trying to figure out if you should upgrade just to the Wave XLR, or you should get the combo kit, maybe get a Stream Deck Plus. I'm going to answer some of those questions today. What's the differences between the XLR Dock as well as the Wave XLR, of course, and well, help you make a hopefully better decision on what awesome piece of equipment you should be buying anyways. Let's get into the video. Before we get to the video, a quick shout out to Elgato for sponsoring and paying my bills and helping me get fat. Thank you, Elgato. All right, let's start with the Stream Deck and just a quick installation, just in case you haven't seen it done before. The dock itself, there's 2 screws on the bottom of your Stream Deck Plus. You literally take those out, the whole thing just falls off. Put the new one in, just line up the USB Type-C with the USB Type-C female, push it on in, giggity giggity, and then put your screws back in and you're done. And after you install the new XLR dock to the Stream Deck, you're going to be defaulted back to your default window. Don't worry, when I first put this on, I was like, oh no, I have to go back through and set everything up or transfer stuff over or something like that. I didn't, it just went to the default program. I have mine on there, so I didn't delete it. Whatever, and I was just able to pretty much go back to normal business as usual. Usual. All right, so once you get everything set up and you go to Wavelink, you're going to be prompted here to get started and set everything up. You would just go through this real quick here, firmware update available, you hit OK, and then you'll get started again. You will connect your microphone. Let's go ahead and do that. Since we are now using a XLR, any of the XLR mics that you have, maybe you have an XLR mic that's a USB mic and now you want to just be able to upgrade. I've said that for years, right? If you're getting a mic that's also an XLR mic, that's pretty cool if you're starting out just USB, because maybe one day you want to upgrade and you'll be able to. So let's test it out. All right, so as soon as you connect your mic, you're going to see it says microphone connected. It knows it's already connected and in there. So that's pretty cool. All right, so once you get to this window, you can connect your headphones and you can kind of listen back to you and stuff. I'm not going to do that right here, to be completely honest with you. We're gonna go ahead and hit continue. From here, it's saying how you should have your mic. I have mine here, you know, I could be here if I wanted to. I like to eat my mic, but you know, you don't only want to be a couple inches away, especially with dynamic mics and stuff like that. But the cool thing is the Elgato Wavelink 3.0 and all that has a lot of built-in filters and stuff you can activate just by toggling switches that'll make you sound loud enough regardless if you're back here or up here. Wave DX, that's another thing. Real quick, guys, I haven't done a video on the Wave DX yet. I've been using the Miyano PD400 as well as just some fine mics and stuff like that. Do you guys want to see me do a video on the DX? I like the way it looks. I don't know if I like the way I use this mic just because I like the way it looks. The DX doesn't look bad. Maybe we get their new Mark II arm with their DX and do a video on it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see that. All right, and once you get here, guys, you're going to read a little something. It's going to help you set your mic up to get the right gain. So for example, we're going to read this. It says, I'm speaking at a normal volume to test a gain. Make sure everything sounds clear, balanced, and consistent, with my voice neither too loud nor too quiet and easy to listen to. Then once you're done reading that, it's going to automatically set your gain for you. You can't see it, but it's right there. So my gain is at 57. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go to continue. So when you get here, this is called direct monitoring. Now, if you're running a lot of filters and stuff, this is something you might want to turn on and everything. I did not know we'd be going through an entire setup on this, but this is what we're doing. Move it on. And then from here, you can set up control Wavelink with your stuff. So you can set your mic up and stuff on here and control it right here, which you would probably already know. And then we're done. Perfect. All right, so if I come over here to my mixes now, you can see that the Wave XLR dock right here is down here. I have my Wave going right now, as you can see here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this here. I'm going to mute this here. And now you should hear me. This mic is not on anymore, and now I'm talking through this mic. Just so you can get an idea of what the differences are and stuff. So what I'll do is just come here, and then there are different mics. You got to keep that in mind, but we're not necessarily doing mics. We're just wanting to see what they sound like differently. If you notice it, I mean, they're the same. Other than the mics are a little different, but the software is just. I do have some things set up here differently, as you can see here: low cut filter, expander, compressor. I have all that set up, so if I wanted to, I could come over here and do the same thing real quick: low cut, expander, compressor. There we go. All right, now I got that on there. you could just kind of get an idea of what it sounds like differently. So now I'm on the Fine, now I'm on the Wave or the Mayano, and now I love both. It might be echoing or something, but we'll just test it out to see anyways. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is go back to the XLR so you can kind of see it real quick, the Mark II. Everything the same, right? Like I said, everything is the same. You can add everything the same. You can do all this other crazy stuff. Completely up to you. But just the software wise, it's all the same. So regardless of which one you buy, which one you want to go with, you're going to be the same there. Okay, I'm done with this. Let's move on. Okay, so just real quick, spec wise, I'm going to throw up a picture so you guys can just look at the specs that I created real quick. They're the same across the board. They do everything the same like I was just talking about. So there's really no point of going any further than that. You can read they both do 80 decibels and stuff like that. They both have phantom power, 48 volt phantom power. So everything's the same. They're different. Moving on. Really depends on your desk size too, on which one you want, because if you have a really small desk, you might not want a Wave XLR and a Stream Deck Plus sitting right next to each other. Maybe you already have the Stream Deck Plus and you're trying to make that decision because you think that you like the way the Wave XLR looks, and it does look good. And there's a lot of things you can do on it, which again, you can do on the dock, but it might make more sense to just purchase the dock for your Stream Deck Plus that you already own and you have. Now, if you don't have a Stream Deck, but you may have a Stream Deck or something like that, that does change completely because you can't use the Wave XLR on the Stream Deck, just the normal one. So you would then have to go get the Wave XLR, which again is a nice piece of equipment. I'm using it. And just to give you an idea of what I was using before this, I was using a Rode Pro, the first series, the huge board with all the channels and stuff on it. It literally sat on my desk, but it only does 55 decibels of gain and it had a lot of channels. I don't need that many channels. I need 2 XLR ports maybe to test, one to test and one to use completely. Now I got them, both of them Elgato. Thanks, Elgato. Now I can do tight mic tests without having to like reach behind a board or something and just plug it in the back of the Stream Deck Plus right here, do a quick mic check to see if it works and how it sounds and stuff. And I save so much room where I can build nothing. I don't build anything. I'm lazy. Moving on. Okay, let's talk about the price point on these for a second here. So right now is Elgato week. That's time of recording. I assume this is going to be out like a day or two before it's done. And then we have Amazon Prime Day right around the corner. If it's Elgato week, you can find out by just going to my Elgato link in the description below. It'll take you to their website. And if it's there, you'll trust me, you'll see it. There's a bunch of stuff out there. There are deals going on right now, like on the Wave XLR Plus, or excuse me, the Stream Deck, you can get right now, what is it, 140 bucks. That's a deal. Like the Stream Deck Plus is good regardless. I've completely did a video on that. I'll pin it at the end of the video, but it's a workaholic beast. If you haven't never even had an Elgato Stream Deck, I highly recommend a Stream Deck Plus because you can control your audio and everything else from there. Of course, you got the knobs and now you can hook up XLRs and stuff to it. They're innovating. Elgato has been for years. I said this when I first started doing videos on their stuff. They make stuff to where it can be upgraded, and that's something I love about Elgato the most, is because everything that they own, they continue to upgrade, make better, and make progress, where other people are just putting out a lot of the same stuff, it seems like. Just calling it like I see it. Yeah. At the end of the day, it really just depends on your setup, what you like. They both do the same thing. They look good. I don't have a problem with either one of them. I have both of them because they were both sent to me. The Wave XLR I hooked up before the dock on my Stream Deck Plus, so that's going to stay where it's at, but I needed to anyways to test them out. Maybe you want to. In any case, whatever you want to buy or whatever you want to get, checking out the links in the description always helps support the channel. I appreciate everybody for that. If you want to learn how to use the Wave XLR on your Xbox, you can check that video out right here. I show you how to hook it up and start using it. And it's the same method for the XLR dock, by the way. You should be able to do the same exact thing with that because they're the same on the back. You're just going to be running through the micro or the headphone port anyways. So you'll be good to go there, just buy the same cables and stuff. If you want to check out the Elgato Stream Deck Plus video I was telling you about, that one would be over there, wherever, somewhere. And if you guys want to help support the channel and stuff, as always, likes, comments, subscribes, and all that, you know how it works. See you guys in the next video. Peace and love.